We're back at the Hobe Sound Early Learning Center. It's holiday time here, and although there isn't any snow, there's plenty of sand, and that's just fine with these little learners. The school focuses on learning through play and helping each child develop both academically as well as emotionally by focusing on feelings and communication.
I know with my son, he's able to say, "Mommy, you know, that hurt my feelings," or "that wasn't nice," and that's amazing, as opposed to just hitting or running away or shutting down and not talking. He's able to verbalize what's going on in his little brain, and I think they nurture that here.
Children here learn to use their voice rather than maybe act out in frustration. They learn to speak to each other, but also adults, and they have words for emotions that maybe they wouldn't have this young if they weren't at a school where communication was so important.
The center that gives so much back to the community actually needs a little help when it comes to their own communication needs.
The money that comes into the center has to be used to pay our bills and for the immediate needs of the children. So possibly having a cell phone bill on top of all of that wasn't just something that we were really looking at the time.
The school has had to rely on outdated ways of staying in contact, like cordless phones and walkie-talkies.
Walkie-talkies are not the best choice because they have bad reception, you get a lot of static, and when something important happens on the playground, speed is important when you're dealing with kids.
We need to be able to communicate on the playground with the office if there's an emergency. Right now we're using the cordless phone from the office and it's just not a good option.
Hello? Hello? Miss Amanda, can you hear me?
It doesn't work half of the time. It's always out of range. It doesn't charge properly.
A dedicated cell phone to the bus drivers and to the teachers would be a better choice, because when teachers are off-site and they need to get in contact with somebody at the school, it's important that they can reach them right away.
The school often takes the children on field trips and spends a lot of time on the playground, where safety is important, but communication is unreliable.
If something happens at the far end of the playground where a child is hurt, they can't get a hold of us. The remote phone that we use, it's useless. If we had a cell phone that we could use to bring on the bus, to bring out on the playground, that would be so beneficial to the center.
In an effort to help out the Hobe Sound Early Learning Center with their communication challenges, Jeff Emley with AT&T is meeting with Miss Colleen to discuss the school's needs and possible solutions that AT&T can provide.
Life dictates that we're not always near a way to communicate with other people. Based on the logistics of this early learning center, AT&T provides a solution that easily allows you to connect outside, inside, or off-site as well.
AT&T is providing just the right fit for the school. A reliable network so that everyone can be in touch all the time. AT&T is also donating prepaid service to the school and gifting them with several smartphones, including the ZTE Maven 3 smartphone. Get a great deal on the ZTE Maven 3 at AT&T stores, and plans come with unlimited talk and text, and various data options are available.
I am so pleased that Jeff just gave us some solutions to our cell phone problems, and I'm going to go out and surprise the staff right now. Jennifer, Kaylee, come here. Look what AT&T has done for us. They're giving us free cell phones and free prepaid plans.
It's just so amazing to have a phone to be able to communicate with the office that works properly. For if there's an emergency out on the playground, we can contact them and it will be so helpful. No more using that phone that doesn't work anymore.
That's exactly right.
That is amazing.
Or using your own phone.
Yeah, that solves a lot of problems.
Thank you for what you guys do.
With the new services available with AT&T Prepaid, there are no credit checks, no annual contracts, and no activation fees, and anyone is eligible, so this could be a great fit for the school.
After hearing the story and the history of the Hobe Sound Early Learning Center, AT&T was more than happy to step in and be part of the solution by providing cell phones as well as prepaid service.
Thanks to AT&T's great network, being able to effectively communicate is going to make a significant difference for everyone here at the Hobe Sound Early Learning Center.
Oh, hi, Nicole.
Hi guys, I'm just calling to let you know that we have arrived safely to our field trip.
Wonderful. Okay, tell Mr. Roy to give us a call when you're ready to come back.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We use our phones constantly to let the school know that we have gotten there safely. If there's an emergency while on the field trip, we need to be able to communicate with them. So it's really important that we keep that line open.
The school doesn't have to compromise network quality or devices with AT&T Prepaid.
With AT&T's prepaid service, you have the luxury of being able to use the latest smartphones with that technology, which would allow you to use things like navigation when you're traveling to different locations with children.
Plans come with unlimited talk and text, and various data options are available. And because you can bring your own devices, it's perfect for the school's newer tech toys and tablets that the kids use to learn and play.
Play is very important with the young students, so they learn how to get along, play together, and also to learn to do new things and use their imaginations. And the ability to use communication devices will only increase as they grow, because that's a big part of our world right now.
You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.